Oh, seems pretty interesting, doesn't it? If you get a president in and appoint a FBI and a Department of Justice people that aren't corrupt and on the take and a bunch of other things, judges actually start getting arrested, right? Judges and representatives for fraud. Going to be a lot more, hopefully. Hopefully, this sends a strong signal out to the rest of them. Just because you got a black robe don't mean shit. Just because you sit in the House or the Senate or someplace or you're governor doesn't mean shit. Okay? The people, this is what the people want. People want to know that their government officials, their agents, are honest and above reproach on their all the bullshit. See, we live in a constitutional republic where every individual has just that individual rights is judged individually, not as collective. You see, they make a bunch of laws and they just lump it all up together instead of look at the individual. What the individual is supposed to have done. Mandatory sentencing. That's bullshit too. Like I said, guy goes in and steals some food because he's hungry or his family's hungry. Do you throw the book at him because there's mandatory sentencing? Well, you give him maybe some community service or house arrest, something like that. Okay, I mean, you don't throw the book at him, and then you get him some help. Get him signed up for all the stuff where he can get food, water, shelter. He can get everything he needs, so he doesn't have to go out and steal. And then you try to find him a job. Yeah, if he needs to change vocations, you send him to school. See, you're judged on an individual basis. I mean, why should you be sitting in some prison that's full of a bunch of drug dealers and MS-13s and gangs and this and that when you're like, well, I was trying to feed my family. Guy punched me in the nose and I punched him back and he fell and hit his head and died. Well, now I'm in here for manslaughter. It's like, well, really? Why? Guy punched you in the face, right? Should have left his hands to himself. And chances are he'd be alive. You see what I'm saying? You can't be just lumping everybody up. It's individual. It's all individual case by case basis. And then they sit there and they play their bullshit games with you too when they go, oh, we're going to get a jury of your peers. Oh, and that doesn't ever work either. Justice is not blind, it's corrupt. And hopefully, with these people in there, it'll get better. Hopefully, things will get better. Oh, is the whole system going to crash? Well, yeah, someday it will, right? Exactly. When? I don't know. Is it going to happen tomorrow? I don't know. How about 2 weeks? I don't know. How about a year? I don't know. Don't know when it's going to happen, but it will happen. You cannot continue with a fractional reserve banking system with paying out promissory notes, debt notes. And you can grow an economy, but you're sabotaging it at the same time. This is why, if I remember right, they had something in the Bible called like Jubilees. And every 7 years or something like that, they went in, they wrote the slate, just wrote it clean. Any debt anybody owed was forgiven, and you started all over. Why? Because they knew. They knew. I believe it might have been one of God's principles, or the way he taught things, or something. I'd have to look it up further. Been a long time. But you just got to remember, folks. We're all here. And we're all at God's mercy. None of us are any better than the next. We're all sinners. We've broke every commandment there was, and probably some that should have been that aren't. Because you physically do not have to go do the act. You can do it in your mind, your soul, your heart. Just like you went out and did it. See, that's what I'm talking about. You have to open your heart. You have to change your heart. I think it's funny these judges and reps and people like that are getting in trouble. No, I do not. I don't think it's funny one bit. I think it's sad. And it's disgusting. It's sad that they think they're that above everyone else, that they can do these things. It's like the Letitia James and stuff. I don't take any joy in her getting in trouble. None whatsoever. I think it's sad. She let her hatred and being bamboozled by other people and such to fog her judgment. Instead of doing what was right, she did wrong. And she's paying for it. Just like I said before, like with Joe Biden, and I feel sorry for the guy. He wasn't in his right mind. His family should have taken better care of him than that. The country, and I mean the country, I mean Secret Service, the people that are around him, the vice president, people that saw his mental decline should have stepped up to the plate, and it was nothing that he could fix. It's nothing he could do about it, because it just happens. People get Alzheimer's and dementia, and it's sad. But what was even more sad is I feel they abused the man. Called elder abuse. Hopefully now, instead of throwing up on stage and this and that stuff, they should just let him relax and enjoy what days he's got left. Which is why I say, we need to pray for these people. They've lost their way. We all lose our way. Some don't, but I'm saying most probably do. Sometime in your life you lose your way. And it's nothing to sit back and go and then think, oh, good, that son of a bitch, or feel glad that they're in trouble. No, not at all. It's like a lot of people, they get hooked on drugs and alcohol, things like that, and then they get sobered up. And you're like, well, that's good. And then sometimes they have a relapse. You don't kick them to the curb, you try to help them again, see if they get straightened out again. Just because someone makes a mistake, there's a good life there that you just don't throw it away for a little bang up or a little bruise or something. Hell, if that was the case, God didn't have no mercy on any of us. Well, we're going to cut this short too. Y'all have a good one.